I am in love with Usborne's illustrated stories. This particular one is fairy tales. The illustrations in all of these books are absolutely gorgeous. The language that they use and the vocabulary is very rich. I think these make wonderful, wonderful read-alouds. This one has slightly more illustrations than this one. This one's another fairy tales one. But these ones are Grimm's fairy tales, and there's a lot more in this one and very detailed. But once again, a great read aloud and wonderful language and vocabulary. And this one is our Aesop stories, and I love how it has the stories broken down by different themes like friendship and cunning. And at the end of each of the fables, it has the moral of the story, which is fun to kind of think about or have the kids try and come up with what they think the moral of the story was. And then this one is illustrated stories from around the world, and in the beginning it tells you where each of the stories is from. So some are from Africa or Russia or from Japan. So it's nice to read to students some traditional stories from other countries. I love this book. It's called Do Nice, Be Kind, Spread Happy, and it's about acts of kindness for kids. And I'll read this beginning part to you. It says, "Congratulations! Now that you have this incredible book, you automatically qualify for membership in the Worldwide Kindness Club, a secret society of undercover agents with a common purpose: to spread happiness, smiles, magic, and a bit of mischief throughout our world by committing acts of ninja kindness. And do you know the most powerful thing about your acts of kindness? Kind acts make people happy, and happy people are nice to others, so the movement grows and grows." I'll give you a little peek at the inside, but this is full of ideas that your child can do for little acts of kindness. Here's one of our illustrated dictionaries. This is a first dictionary, so it's going to be a little bit simpler than some of the others. And the topic of this one is science, and we have some other topics. We have math and chemistry and biology and physics. So I love how this one does a great job having simple explanations of the topic and great supporting illustrations to go with it. This is a great book for kids who are curious about things and ask lots of questions. And I find that these illustrated dictionaries also make great homework helpers, whether your child is very interested in a topic like math or if maybe they need a little extra support in it. This is a great book to have on hand because you can just pull it out and look for the information that you need. Here are two of Usborne's White Clean books. We have quite a variety of these. We have letters and numbers, math facts, multiplication and time and words. Basically, you write in the book and it very easily erases. I think these would make a great center at school. Lots of kids can use the same book. The illustrations are really fun and engaging and gives lots of repetitive practice for some of those skills that need a lot of repetition. Usborne has a wonderful collection of picture books for children. Here's one of them. This one's called Jonathan James and the What If Monster. And this is a very cute story about a little boy who's afraid to do things because he's thinking, you know, what if something bad happens? So that's kind of where the what if monster comes in. And by the end of the story, he starts thinking, well, what if something good happens when I try these things? So this is a very fun, neat, and encouraging book. Here's Usborne's I Can Draw Animals. Usborne has a few other books where they teach you how to draw different things. I think they do a really nice job breaking down each of the steps and having picture clues to go along with it. Here is a collection of some of Usborne's nonfiction books. I feel like Usborne has probably some of the best nonfiction books that I've ever seen. There is a great variety to them. This first book that I'm going to show you is actually one of their beginner nonfiction stories, and it's got a nice balance of information and text, but not too much to overwhelm the child. And at the end of the story, there are some websites to visit to get more information, and it is monitored by Usborne, so they are going to be safe links for your child to do more searching on the solar system or whatever they may be studying. The next group of nonfiction books that they have they're considered discovery nonfiction books, and these ones are for slightly older children. There are more, there's more information in the stories, there's more text, the kids can dig a little bit deeper in these. And then just like the beginner nonfiction book, it also has some quick links to find out more information on the given topic of your discovery book. And then Usborne also has some wonderful, wonderful encyclopedias. I don't know if you remember back in the day when you would do your research projects and you'd have to go to the library and look through encyclopedias, write things down in notes, and these days everything is done on the internet. But it's so important for kids to have these types of books in their house, and it's really neat because they can just flip through the books and kind of see what strikes their fancy and, you know, get some information about it. And on all these different topics, it also has some internet links, also monitored by Usborne, so you can go to this webpage and find out more information on whatever topic also interests you. And then this one is also neat, another science-based book. And what's neat about this is there are flaps everywhere that the kids will be able to move and open, and it'll give the kids more information about certain topics. So with all these different nonfiction books, there's actually quite a few different topics and whatnot that you can pick from. So there are a few of Usborne's nonfiction books.